What is up? It is August 5th, 11:20 p.m. And to be honest, I don't really record videos late at night, but today I really have to talk about this important topic. And I think if you can understand this specific learning, you can really get ahead in whatever it is that you're trying to do in your life, whether that be working a job, in school, just relationships, family, whatever it is. I guarantee you, like, if you actually absorb what I'm about to give out in the next few minutes and actually take the step to apply it, which is quite I'm starting to laugh a little because the topic of the video is knowledge versus action, knowing versus doing. So learning is always the first step, first component, but the more important component is taking action towards that learning that you are trying to absorb and trying to implement in your life. It's an extremely important topic because passive learning, or even learning without any sort of experience attached to it, it doesn't sit the same in your body as compared to a learning that you got either through an experience or that you learned something new and then applied it through an action. Those two, there's definitely a distinction between knowing and doing, knowledge and action. You can read all the books, you can watch all the podcasts, you can watch all these videos, but integration is the process of living what you've learned, and that's the key that's actually going to start transitioning or changing your life in some shape or form. Knowledge, when you understand something, when you learn something, it stays in your brain, but behaviorally the shifts occur, aka your life changes, when you actually put that learning into action and repeat it to form the neural pathways in your brain. You're not going to rewire your brain by just reading about meditation. You're going to rewire your brain by actually doing the meditations again and again and again and again. You're not just going to rewire your life just by picking up, what's the law of attraction? What's the best thing to do here? What's the best thing to do here? All these learnings is more, in today's world especially, an information overload. Because we're surrounded by content. We're surrounded by opinions. And the key is to be able to discern your own true voice and taking aligned action from that voice, that internal self, that higher self. In order for truth to become somewhat real or tangible in this world, you have to embody it. It's not just about believing, it's about living that belief. It's about embodying that belief. If you're someone who believes you deserve the best in life, but your actions don't match that, how are you going to get the best in your life? For beliefs to manifest, you have to embody the beliefs. Otherwise, you're just reciting things that you've learned or read or heard. I've tried to explain it a few different ways, so hopefully you're catching the drift. But the bottom line really is you've got to become the version of yourself that's willing to embody the knowledge instead of just knowing it. You got to believe it wholeheartedly and take action from that place. And spoilers, of course it's not easy. Of course it's not fucking easy. Why would it be easy, bro? Like, I think that's such a crucial point. Like, life, I don't believe that life is supposed to be easy. Life is supposed to, or life will give you what you ask for in some way, shape, or form. It may not always come in the way that you ask for it, but it will come to you, whether you ask it consciously or subconsciously without you even knowing. But you can't ask for growth and expect a comfortable journey. That's just not how this works. That uh, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. If you ask for strength, why will the universe, why will God not put you through the experiences that are gonna make you strong, that are gonna help you become that version of you? If things, dude, that's the thing. If things were easy, everyone would have exactly what they want. But that's not the case. And of course, there's a lot of, I don't want to like downplay any nuances of privilege, society, systemic issues. Not at all. I'm coming from a place of privilege. We can get into that in a different video about my personal story, but I've posted a lot over the past few years. So if you're interested, you can definitely watch some of my older videos to see how I've grown myself as well. But I've seen in my personal life, like I've lived a life where I didn't have a lot of money. I've lived a life where I have a good amount of money that I can live a very comfortable life. So the privilege is something that definitely exists, and when you have the privilege of being self-aware, when you have the privilege of being able to do the inner work and share those learnings with others, it almost feels like a disservice to not do that. And it's 11 something on a Tuesday, but I'm recording this video because I don't know, like I genuinely thought of this video or this distinction of knowing versus doing earlier today through a life experience of mine. And I just had to record this video, bro. I just had to get on here and let you all know what my thoughts are, where I'm at right now. Life is not meant to be easy, and I've seen my fair share of challenges and obstacles and such, and I continue to face those as well. But I've just learned so much, and I'm still learning how to navigate them more gracefully, so that because I understand that anything that comes my way is never really something that's not meant to be a part of my life. Like, even if something is deliriously exhausting, or in the moment I question, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is this happening? Why am I put on this project? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do that? Sometimes I question these things, but I keep coming back to the consensus that if it wasn't meant to be a part of my life, I wouldn't be experiencing it. So sit down, do the fucking work, and figure out what learnings can you derive from this experience. And after you get those learnings, you apply it in your future things, future journeys, future projects, etc. But knowledge and action, man, it's truly, it's one side of the coin to know things. It's one side to have the knowledge of what is good, what is ideal for you. But it's a completely different thing to actually apply that knowledge in your life. And like I said throughout the video, it's not gonna be easy. Why should it be easy? Why should it be easy? Tell me. So, like, actually comment and tell me, why should having things that are worth having be easy? How would we appreciate the value of something that we got right away? I mean, on the topic of privilege, that's where a lot of people in the world don't realize their privilege, because they were born with it. They have that thing. They had that thing. So they never got to experience the journey it takes to receive that thing, to actually build that thing from scratch. And that's why privileged people sometimes don't understand what it takes to have or get to that kind of point of privilege. Again, that's it's a whole other topic. Privilege is actually a beautiful topic for a video, so let me write that shit down, bro. I definitely have to cover that. But again, anything, if you're gonna take away, if you're still with me, I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in, by the way. The bottom line really is, keep learning, keep reading books, keep watching good podcasts, keep watching good videos, but also understand and trust that you can take action without knowing everything. You don't have to know every single small detail to take action. You just have to start, then figure out along the way. Don't hold yourself back from taking action because you're scared, because of fear. Choose love, choose abundance, and choose to let go of the fear. That's why I have those three things in the back. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know it's not. And you have to keep choosing these things. You have to keep choosing to believe that everything is working out in your favor. You have to continue to choose that no matter what, it's meant to be a part of your life and it's teaching you something that you're going to need for your next evolution. And you have to find some form of solace in the higher power, or believe in some sort of a higher inner self, at least, that you can and you will make through whatever the fuck it is that you're going through. You've already made it through every other challenging thing that life has thrown at you, right? And it got you to the point of where you are now. So now knowing that knowledge, it's up to you to decide, where do you want to go from here? If you're watching this video, then you are someone who thinks about these things. You're someone who's self-aware. You're someone who wants to understand, yes, like, I have this knowledge. How do I put it into action? Find one small step that you can take towards a goal that you've been thinking about or that you have. Write down the goal, break it down into action steps by asking yourself the questions of, what needs to be done so I can achieve this goal in 6 months or 3 months? Then keep breaking that down. What can I do on a weekly basis to hit that 3-month mark, that 6-month mark? Then break it down further. What do I need to do each day to get to that weekly goal so I can keep hitting those monthly, 3-month, 6-month marks? Then hyper focus on the daily tasks and take the small steps, get it done. That really is the system of taking action and putting long-term goals into motion. With that said, I'll wrap up the video here. I truly hope you got something out of the video. I appreciate you sticking with me this far, and yeah, let me know if you have any thoughts, or if this video spurred anything in your mind. I would love to hear and converse about that. But other than that, I'll catch you in the next video. Love you.